how did you develop your knack for hiring? Because when you're small, this is a truth too that many small businesses know, is like, number one, your limits to hire are smaller, and then the impact they have is bigger. So making a mishire is really bad, and making a great hire is a force multiplier. So you have to be really good at hiring. What are some of the things you look for in engineers? How did you develop that skill?
A lot of it is sort of variations of what I did or I learned at Amazon. So a few things, right? One is I think having a rock solid recruiting team as your partner, nothing can beat that. I think I've had it at Smartsheet, I've had it here too. Having a solid partner is the best thing. The second piece, what I would do is I typically like hire my directs first, like the VP, director folks that I have known from the past. So I know that these people can scale. I know that these people can hire. So I almost always focus on that first so that I can get them into the door so that they can like start scaling and hiring and so on and so forth. And the one thing that I don't think we did here at Kajabi, we did at Smartsheet was I did a ton of recruiting events, which is like invite people to the office, we'll give them free food and beer and wine. We'll talk about the stuff we're building and essentially like treating recruiting like a marketing exercise. And that has worked out well too. Like we were able to like scale very, very quickly. The thing that I like to emphasize on, which I think resonates really, really well with engineering folks, is autonomy. You have the autonomy to pick and choose what tools and technologies you want to use. So for example, Kajabi traditionally has been a Ruby on Rails shop, but running on Heroku, which is also like designed for Ruby on Rails.
Oh, we got to give a shout out to our sponsor, Salesforce, running on Heroku.
Salesforce,
they'll love that.
Yeah.
They'll love that.
Yeah, I know. Salesforce, you were great, but we just outgrew Heroku, so we're on AWS now. I'm sorry. Salesforce, they have been a great partner though. When we were having all these production issues, they were like side by side with us, trying to help us figure things out. Now teams are not just on Ruby on Rails. There's like teams that are exploring Go. There are teams that are exploring other languages and so on and so forth. So giving engineers like the flexibility to pick and choose what they want has resonated well with everybody that I have recruited in the last few years. To summarize, like having a strong recruiting team, having an opinionated recruiting process where you clearly define what makes a senior engineer, what makes a staff engineer, what makes a principal engineer, written down rules for interviews, and like just hiring solid leaders who can scale. I think those are the things that I have done.
Did you know Salesforce is one of the founding members of the World Economic Forum's Cybersecurity Learning Hub? The Learning Hub democratizes access to cybersecurity skills by providing free and career-oriented modules that give people a route towards in-demand roles. Visit Trailhead in the show notes to skill up for the future and learn in-demand skills that lead to top jobs.